Hi there. Today we're going to do something I'm going to call 7-minute makeup. So this is makeup for those days when you're in a hurry and you only have about 7 minutes to get ready, but you still want to look good. You don't want to have these dark circles under your eyes, but we're not necessarily going out to a party. I'm actually wearing workout gear. I just need to go out in public. I want to see some people, and I'm going to this party thing tonight, so I will put on a jacket, but I want to be ready and I want my makeup done quick and I don't have time. So this is 7-minute makeup, and you only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items really. We're always going to use our primer, and I use the Mineral Veil primer. Now you use what products that you want to use. I'm just going to tell you the products I use. What's most important is that you're using the type of product, like the foundation or the primer or whatever that might be. So I'm going to use my primer, Mineral Veil, and I'm going to go through what these are now, because once we start the 7-minute timer, I've got to put my makeup on. I'm not going to be able to talk much. So Hourglass Mineral Primer. I use the OG Sculpted Complexion Stick, so it's a little bit of foundation that's nice and light. You're gonna need, I'm gonna use eyelash curler, and then I love the Trish McEvoy Jet Black High Volume Tubular Mascara. It's not gonna be that easy if there's a cat in the way the whole time. Anyway, and then I've got Clé de Peau concealer for my under eyes. This is the one part of it that you could probably skip. If you want to make it 6-minute makeup, then maybe you skip this part of it, but that is totally up to you. I have dark circles. It's probably the most important thing I put on my face. If I don't do any other makeup, I'll still put on the Clé de Peau for dark circles, but that's because mine are pretty dark. But if you don't have these, skip this part. Then I've got 2 OG sticks. You're gonna need a blush. I've got the Rose Quartz Sculpted Face Stick. We're gonna skip the contouring stick, the brown. We're just gonna have the blush. And then the highlighter stick. I've got the OG Opal. I need a toothbrush. And that's it. So, all right, let's set our timer. And let's do our 7-minute makeup. All right. So you can see I've got my timer. Hold on, I'm gonna do it on my watch. All right, 7 minutes. Actually, yeah, let's do that. 7 minutes. Actually, let's do a stopwatch. Hold on, I'm gonna find my stopwatch. Aha, we're gonna do a stopwatch. So I'm gonna start the stopwatch. All right, and here we go, 7-minute makeup. All right, we're gonna start with the Hourglass primer. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hands, less than a dime size. I kind of dab it everywhere. You can use a makeup brush if you want. I'm gonna use my fingers. I realize my face is really broken out. It's that time of the month, and whenever you get perimenopausal, that time of the month, you break out more. But that'll go away, so just ignore that part. Obviously, it's a little bit one of those things I hate. Anyway, next, complexion stick. I use Willow, so I'm just gonna put this all over my face. I usually do lines up on the side, up my nose. I do 3 or 4 up top. It's gonna blend in really easily, so you can put a lot. Up on this side. You can put some in your under eye if you want. All right, so now let's blend it in. You are gonna need a brush, unless you have some sort of sponge. I use the OG brush. And brush it all in. All right, so now for the most important part of at least Christy's skincare routine, we're gonna do the concealer. Now, again, if you don't have dark circles, you don't need this, but I do. I just do a little line under each eye, like that, and just rub it in. I don't want too much because then you'll get lines in the creases, and it does such a great job, you don't need that much. I do put it on the top of my eye too, but you don't have to do that if you don't have dark on the top of your eye. It's just, getting ready to leave town tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to get up at 3 a.m. So I'm just a little stressed. So my eyes are a little darker than normal. Now, if you had 8 minutes, now would be a good time to grab some powder, put some powder on there, but I don't have time for that. I'm gonna skip straight to my mascara, curling my eyelashes. But if I do have a little extra time, I do like to use some setting powder, because setting the makeup really helps if you want it to last all day long. And now that it's getting to be warm, we need it to last all day long. I'm gonna do the mascara. When I do my mascara, I just rub it back and forth and then lift it up. So that way you spread it all along the bottom of your eyelashes, and then you get all the way up the lash. All right, now I'll do the other side. Same thing. Rub it back and forth. Someone did my makeup for this boudoir shoot, and she did that and taught me how to really get the makeup down low. Really get the mascara close to the bottom of the eye and spread it all the way going up. A little mascara on my eyeball. All right, here's the part where if you want, you could skip the second coat. If you're really crunched for time, skip the second coat. But I want to put on the second one. When I timed this out, I was able to get 2 coats in 7 minutes, and I prefer how 2 coats looks on me. All right, down to our last coat. All right, I got about a minute left, but we are down to the wire. We're down to the end though. Now the blush. So we'll skip contouring. We're just gonna put a little blush, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each cheek. Then we'll do just a little of the highlighting. I'm just gonna put it up here on my brow and then make a little C shape around my eye. And now we gotta do is rub it in. I'm gonna get my blush brush, rub it in. All right, now just rub it in around your eye. You can use your finger. I can use the brush or my finger. I use the brush. And I'll use my finger up here, rub it in, and then all we need left. Take a toothbrush, brush your eyebrows, and there you go. You're all set. All right, timer stopped. 7 minutes. And we would have been under 7 minutes if I hadn't stopped to talk for a minute right at the beginning. But we made it. 7-minute makeup. This is a quick fix you can do whenever you're in a hurry, or maybe you just wanted to take a little nap or something and you woke up and you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta be there in 20 minutes, but I still wanna look good. So there is a really quick and easy way to look good and feel good without doing too much and without taking up too much time, especially because we are busy women and we do not have a lot of time. So there's your 7-minute makeup tips. We could probably get that down. Maybe a 5-minute I could work on. And then I was thinking of a 12-minute. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you again for more makeup tips. In fact, I got this great idea from my neighbor because she got in my car yesterday. And I said, you look really dressed up. And she's like, oh my gosh, just a minute ago, I was wearing a muumuu. And anyway, I was laying on the couch. And she showed me how just a little earring, just some earrings, a belt, and a messy bun can take you from that to wow. Anyway, so that's something I'm going to be working on. Look for that in an upcoming video. Have a great day.